You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about Caitlin Clark. She's put something up on social media that's kind of raised some eyebrows in regards to the WNBA, and it seems like she's putting some pressure on these CBA talks to try to get them done. Now, the other night she was on NBC. We'll get to that in a second because NBC's leadership president.
She set off a firestorm with a single post. Caitlin Clark shared a photo of herself signing autographs for crowds of excited fans, captioned, "It's time to get back to a lot of this." The message rippled through the WNBA's high-stakes CBA negotiations almost instantly. This wasn't a casual update. It was a clear public signal from the league's biggest star that the stalemate needed to end, and quickly. By going public, Clark added pressure on both the Players Association and league owners, forcing everyone to face the immediate future of the season.
So let's get to this, because Robin Lundberg's right. Caitlin Clark she's applying a little pressure here. She is. We know Caitlin Clark from basically everything she has said, and I've said, man, boy, if it was me, she would be the president of the Players Union. I wouldn't think twice about it. Because you can tell, yeah, she wants a fair deal, but she also wants to play basketball. And she has handled this whole thing with an immense amount of class that we haven't seen out of hardly anybody involving these.
This subtle but powerful move came as the crisis deepened. The WNBA and the Players Association remain locked in a tense standoff over a new collective bargaining agreement. With each passing day, the risk of a delayed or even threatened season grows. Clark's message wasn't a casual hope. It was a public call for action, a clear push to keep the league's momentum from being stalled by negotiations. Her influence was undeniable, shifting the focus of the conversation with a single post.
She realizes none of this matters if they don't end up playing basketball this year. So, right here, there is still no collective bargaining agreement as the league and the Players Association remain in a stalemate. And with each passing day, the possibility of the season being delayed or even being put in jeopardy altogether becomes more real. This is not something Clark wants, and her recent public statements have served to apply some subtle pressure to get the deal done. When Clark made her NBA on NBC broadcasting debut Sunday, she once again emphasized the importance.
Just days earlier, during her record-setting debut on NBC, Clark had already applied quiet pressure. When asked about the CBA, she expressed full confidence that a deal would be reached. "I feel very confident that we're going to get something done," she said, adding that the league is in this moment because of the product on the floor. "We need to continue to do that. We need to keep playing basketball." Her words serve as a clear rallying call, urging both sides to step back, recognize what's at stake, and keep the bigger picture in focus.
Her quote, "I feel very confident that we're going to get something done, and that's because we're in this moment because of the product we put on the floor. So we need to continue to do that. Need to continue to play basketball. I really do feel confident that both sides are going to reach a deal here soon." Again, there's a certain way to handle this kind of thing, right? So, this was put up on social media right here. And I've got no idea who this person is, but for whatever reason, I'm blocked. I mean, really? All the pro Caitlin Clark content.
Her approach stands in clear contrast to others involved in the negotiations. While some voices focus on grievances, fairness debates, or rhetoric that can feel driven by ego, Clark's message remains simple and consistent. She just wants to play basketball. That clarity cuts through the noise. It resonates with fans and brings the conversation back to what truly matters: the game itself and its future.
And she said, it's time to get back to a lot of this. What does that tell you right there? It's time to get back to a lot of this. So once again, putting some pressure that her focus. You notice how many of these people, players in the Players Union, they don't bring up actually playing that much. All right, they don't. It's a whole lot of we want what's.
That level of composure and focus on the game is exactly why Caitlin Clark has become such a powerful figure and an ideal ambassador for the WNBA. Her approach has drawn in millions of new viewers, including fans who previously paid little attention to women's basketball. Her appeal goes beyond traditional fandom. People tune in to watch her play, and in the process, she's raising the profile of the entire league.
And pay attention to it. Her attitude is exactly why people have chosen to tune in. So, according to NBC Sports President Rick Cordella, Clark's performance checked every box the network hoped for. The appearance was not treated as a one-off moment, but rather a glimpse into what her future in sports media could look like. She's going to be a massive star. While Clark remains focused on her playing career, NBC clearly views her as a natural fit in front of the camera and someone worth investing in long term.
Her influence reaches well beyond social media and CBA negotiations. Caitlin Clark's NBA on NBC debut was historic. The pregame segment featuring Clark drew 4.5 million viewers, setting a new viewership record for NBC's basketball coverage. That kind of turnout for a pregame show led by a WNBA player is unprecedented. It highlights her rare ability to attract massive audiences wherever she appears.
And comfortable in the setting, something that stood out given the size of the audience and the spotlight that comes with an NBA national broadcast. And like I said, it got 4.5 million viewers, which was a record for them. For the NBA, going back, I don't know how many years, but it was quite a few. Nonetheless, she's supposed to be back, I believe it's in March, for another appearance. And this wasn't like the Michael Jordan thing, where he sat down for like...
NBC Sports President Rick Cordella was openly enthusiastic about Clark's performance. He confirmed that her appearance exceeded everything the network had hoped for. This wasn't just a successful broadcast, it was an eye-opener for media executives. The impact was immediate and unmistakable, cementing Clark's status as a ratings draw and proving her crossover appeal on a national primetime stage.
Who's horrible at making player comps, by the way, and Reggie Miller. I guess I could have done that video, but I didn't. Who was it? Peyton Pritchard? Are you high? Are you high, Reggie? Anyway, okay. I mean, it's Steph Curry, Luka, Larry Bird. I mean, what in the world? You played around Larry, for crying out loud. Are you blind? Anyway, it's kind of remarkable, but she was really good, and she held her own, even as awkward as, statue.
Cordella made it clear that Clark's debut was never meant to be a one-time appearance. NBC sees it as a preview of her long-term potential in sports media. While her playing career remains the priority, the network views her as a natural on camera and a talent worth investing in for years ahead. Cordella noted that Clark handled the role with ease. Her composure and clear delivery stood out, especially given the massive audience and pressure of a national NBA broadcast. He praised her deep understanding of the game and her ability to explain it simply, skills that translate seamlessly from the court to the broadcast desk. Placed between NBA legends on live television, Clark didn't shrink from the moment. She held her own with confidence and insight, commanding attention rather than being overshadowed. This wasn't a scripted segment or a polished sit-down. She showed up live, engaged in real conversation, and proved she could thrive under the intensity of primetime TV. Most importantly, Clark's appeal reaches beyond the typical WNBA audience. She draws in everyday sports fans, And that crossover pull is exactly what the league needs to drive long-term growth. Clark isn't just growing the WNBA's core audience. She's pulling the league into the mainstream. Casual sports fans are becoming engaged viewers who now want to watch her play. That matters as the league negotiates a new CBA that could reshape salaries and long-term stability for every player. Preserving the momentum built over the past few years is critical. A strong agreement could unlock real growth and financial security for the league's future. Throughout the stalemate, Clark has consistently projected confidence that a deal will get done. That message isn't accidental. By reinforcing the idea that the league's success comes from the product on the court, she reminds negotiators what's truly at stake. The talent, competition, and excitement are what drive interest, and anything that threatens the season risks undermining all of it. Her influence is undeniable. A single Instagram post expressing her desire to get back to playing carries more weight than countless formal statements. By keeping the focus on basketball rather than rhetoric or financial posturing, she brings clarity and pressure to high-stakes negotiations. NBC's continued investment in Clark, including another scheduled appearance in March, confirms her lasting appeal beyond the court. She's becoming a multi-platform star who connects with audiences traditional women's basketball coverage rarely reaches. What truly sets Clark apart is her mindset. While negotiations can be clouded by frustration or ego, she stays grounded in a simple goal: play basketball. That clarity, positivity, and focus are why she resonates so widely and why she's become such a powerful ambassador for the league. Caitlin Clark isn't just a standout player. She's reshaping the WNBA's media presence, driving record viewership, and influencing the league's most critical decisions, all by staying locked in on the game she loves.